Hello everyone, my name is Lanso90 and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. So all I've been doing recently is just doing a bunch of the transport missions off camera. These ferry VIP safely to their destination missions. So just to get our money caught back up because we were starting to get kind of low. Unfortunately, I started this recording a little bit ago. I got interrupted like 8 minutes in by my cat. Extremely bad. So I did do some things that should have been done on camera, but they ended up being off camera because I had to go take care of that. But I upgraded the tracking station. I don't think I upgraded anything else actually. I was thinking about it, but I don't think I actually did. But the tracking station's upgraded, which will help us get to the moon, because we're gonna need to go there maybe next. Let's see. Contracts being complete. Just on a satellite, but I might do these satellites first, I guess. So I meant to try to do that one last lunch. Should be fine though. But we do have a mission to go to the moon and a mission to go to Minmus. I guess we'll do the Minmus one first, oddly. Because this one we have to actually go into orbit of the moon, which will be a little bit more complicated than just doing a flyby of Minmus. We have extra money to spend. I was out when I bought the tracking station, basically. So I really needed to upgrade the research building. But I did so many contracts in the meantime that I can upgrade this building. 75 or 76 science isn't really enough to get anything. Question is, do we do these satellites or do we go for flyby? I guess we do these satellites because we're gonna need the satellite network to actually get things done here. That was my launch vehicle I made for a passenger transport. Alright. We'll probably use the lifting body of that since it needs to go to such a high orbit. Gonna need something serious to get it there. Do we need any particular science material? And power. We'll want to bring science with it. Just so you can get missions for doing science tests with probes you already have out there. So we will want to give it at least a tool. I think we have a reason to put more though. Depends on which one we do. They're both extremely high orbit ones. Is there anything here that gives us usable science from high orbit? Nah, I don't think in high orbit any of these will be useful. That for a different kind of thing. So I guess I'll just put the thermometer on it so it can do this mission if it needs to. But other than that, I'll stick 2 communicators on it. I don't know if it needs to. If it was a remote tech, you would need to. Does the pro body itself also have a communication range? Just so it has like a relay in and a relay out on paper. Not that it necessarily actually needs them, but I minimize as usual. Best. Like I said, that should be a physics-less part, so it shouldn't matter if it's off balance. This point, 0.5. I don't know if it's physical, so. Probably. How much power does the probe carry? Very, very, very little, so it actually does need a battery. In fact, I'll just kick it up a notch. I'm bringing it back. Yeah, we'll just put it in a fairing. Do I have fairings yet? We're gonna have to... Gotta change their station. Go. I don't know which one of these is the stock game part and which one is the AW rocketry. I think this is the stock. Excellent. Change the icon of what it looks like down there. Now this is a very... I forgot, yeah. Just to make things move as a group. It's a very light probe, but it has to go really high up. Might need my full body lifter here. I don't even know if this one might not actually be working. I can't pull in the finish one. Oh, canceling up everything I've made so far. Would this thing be over? Question. The answer is very much yes. I'm not exactly sure what I would change. Make it not as... but still also work. So there's something to be said for keeping it attached to its upper stage, in case we need to do an orbital adjustment to it. I have a tiny... I do have microscopic engine. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a microscopic engine then. Makes it bigger, unfortunately. Oh, sorry. Couldn't reach the mute button in time. I don't know if there's a way to edit this, we'll need action to actually go. Not sure where I want the reaction wheel though. Put down here. Probably do it. if this little probe body can push this whole stage here on its own. What would we call this for satellite? Sputnik for the one, but Russian. What was it? Fender for. Integrity 1. That's staging. Come later. Use detaching, attaching up. This and that. Yes. This. This. Oh, this bring. Do I have like 2 fairings here? I do. Don't think. Things have changed. Maybe this and this. And all the parachutes will just fall off as we get up higher and higher. Stage might not need parachutes. How much do parachutes cost? Yeah, I think this stage is going to be in orbit, so I think we're going to toss those parachutes away. Launch. Our first actual satellite, so we're finally caught up to where the game should actually start from. And I can't remember if I said it in this video, or if it was that failed attempt that I just did at a recording. But I can't do the time skip thing for vessels anymore just to simulate construction time, because the contracts are construction time well, they don't follow the rules of construction time. So I think we might have lost all of our moon contract missions because I did that 14-day skip. So we can do either one of these. I guess we do the lower one. This one looks selected. I don't think I can do anything like select it. Okay. I don't know if this is too much thrust for this. It probably is. Change the thrust motor. Oh. Got caught on something. I should have made this tip of the rocket a little longer. May not be the best for fading through the atmosphere. Yeah, that keeps happening. I think we need those side decouplers that stick out farther. And now you can see we have a different thing up here, flying an unmanned probe. Got like signal strength and stuff that we need to watch. You can get all the way to like almost the moon before you need start setting up your network. In fact, you might not even need to set it up, you might just need to have communication range going. Hard to describe on focusing on flying this rocket. Basically, you'll have lots of blackouts trying to orbit the Mun between Kerbin and the Mun eclipsing each other. Gonna have a hard time hard time keeping up. So you need like a polar orbit thing around Kerbin and the polar orbit thing around the Mun. Be sure you're getting covered. I think out to Minmus, then that's when you actually need like an actual network going. I should. Ooh. I think this has been so long. So I used a fairing that I don't really remember how they stage in this game. To mention, I think this is the stock one and not KW Rocketry. 4. Those are 2 Apple apps. Burn the rest of the fuel we got in this primary stage. Don't like how this thing keeps going down. I might have to look up and see if there's a way to change that. It doesn't go down anymore. How it used to. Oh. I can't stage from that view either. It's a very light stage, so it doesn't need the beefier KW Rocketry engine. As well keep burning until we're a lot closer to this, though, to be a lot more efficient. In fact, probably could have done that a while back and saved a fair amount of fuel. To have a little bit of wiggle room. That's why you don't go all the way to. We're gonna save it. This is a simulation at this specific moment in time, because I need to see if pressing deploy here tears off the fairings or if it separates us. I don't want it to separate us, I just want it to take the fairings off. I think that's all it did. So hopefully that can still separate as well. I didn't accidentally take off a decoupler that I needed to have. We'll want to extend. In one of the antennas, just in case we fall out of antenna range. We shouldn't at this kind of level of altitude. But better safe than sorry. And now I can just wrap away. And also, again, like the passenger missions, I'll start doing these satellite missions off camera. Does a little bit tedious. I actually set up a maneuver here. I should have done that sooner, but. Oh, I'm going too far. The other thing. very sloppy node. I apologize for that. This isn't going to actually be the burn that we're going to want to do. But I should have done that sooner. I kind of forgot that we had the ability to do nodes. Don't know if we're there. Speed record. Oh, did we actually do it? Might have just done it. Oh. I thought we were further off than that. Well then. Going to stick this thing up and down so it doesn't lose power as easily. It was starting to lose power there, so a little bit scary. Like that, I guess. I don't know if I should face one panel directly at the sun, or if I should face multiple panels kind of angles. I think maybe one directly at it's better than the angles. The science to gather here. This thing has extra juice than it needed, so that very successful mission. Can't recover the vessel from it. Now we have something increasing our communication range. Then we can do second verse same as the first, essentially. I could pull in the other rocket. These were too fast, though. Is this fast enough? I think it would. This was fine. Let's do something to keep the... If I put myself in a little bit of a spin, I can probably save those things from crashing into each other. Didn't used to be here, did it? I don't think we used to have that offset tool. Ooh. I mean, it says it's attached to the coupler and not the rocket. They are clipping into the rocket. very much a jerry-rigged job. But what you gonna do, man? Keep bumping into each other. That's the only thing I can think of to save them. Thing is kind of odd. Move it up to the last stage because I don't know, it's just I can't remember how it worked before. I think it put in 2 separate stages for separating it and deploying it. Yeah, I didn't stretch it out, but that's fine. I guess we're bumping into that launch plant. Oh, we're definitely swinging the wrong way here. A little bit too fast. Nope, didn't help it. Yeah. Gonna spin. Gotta figure out how to save that because we're wasting money. There's debris down there. Annoying me. Not my cleanest launch. Hopefully it'll be fine. That's fine. Gotta love these lighter payloads. I'm launching those really heavy passenger payloads. Like, your Apple apps isn't that much far ahead of where you're at launch. Almost always better to burn in space, if you can. Even when you're in the super high atmosphere like this. I'd rather save this fuel that's left in this stage for the final bit. Control on. Oh. Janky. We're still in space though, I don't want to fall back down. Now we're in it for the long haul. This time I'll actually do the maneuver properly. Do we really need to? There's a simpler orbit. That should be close enough. If the other one was close enough, that one should be close enough. I maneuver node. Cancel because you have SAS on. So I have to pay more attention to this in the future. Gotta keep those batteries charged. Probably turn off. Go. Just get there. There's an estimated burn of 2 seconds, but oh, I should have staggered these out a little bit more. In fact, I didn't realize we weren't staggered that much. Good, in case something strange happens. It's not going to help to have these two probes right next to each other. Okay, I went too fast. Trying to get them on opposite sides of each other. Probably good enough. Of course, I lost my maneuver. Didn't realize that that issue was going to happen. That's it. Might be enough. Looks like it is. Done this sooner as well. Keep paying more attention to those things. They deployed our satellite. Not sure if these launches are paying for themselves, but at least it's a start. One, Integrity 2. Back to the space station. Space Center. Maybe eventually we'll have a space station. Not yet. Now you can see more of what the communication network's like. Have all these points coming out from Kerbin out to these satellites, giving them connection, and they'll be able to pass on their connection further. We need one more satellite over here. They make things good. I'm surprised we don't see a line between these two as well. Maybe it doesn't show everything. Maybe it just shows what's necessary. Maybe if you change the focus, it'll... Maybe they're not in range. Thought they were. What is this? Is this just another contract we haven't done yet? But I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day.